Hey guys, welcome back to this commentary playthrough of Final Fantasy IV, the DS version. I am Retro Cactar, and we are going through the ancient waterway to get to Dampion so we can get some sand pearls for Rosa to cure her desert fever. One thing I just want to mention before going on here is I did a bit more leveling up, grinding outside of this episode. So you can see that Rydia is up to level 14 here, Cecil and Tella are a bit higher, and I also finally remembered to equip that hat on Tella, and I decided to switch his staff for a rod so he can use mage arrows and conserve his MP a little bit, so that's good too. I just need to check one of my settings before I start, so I'm probably going to edit this out, just bear with me. There we go. So we're all good now, and let's continue on through the waterway. Gotta make sure to go up here. The DS version, I will say this, it really kind of forces you to explore all the dead ends and kind of nooks and crannies, fill out the corners so that you can get the map completion. Which I don't really mind, it's kind of more of an incentive to explore around a bit more. Now, I think that bit of grinding was very helpful because I'm getting my turns faster, I'm KOing the tiny mages. So, yeah, you take a bit of time to grind and suddenly the battles become much easier. I think it only counters with re-raise when I use Thunder on it, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not. If you take it out before it uses re-raise, then you don't have to worry about it. Let's see what's up here. A potion. Woot. Yeah, the spells are still powerful, but now that I've got two mages that can kind of cure my party, I'm not too worried about it. Probably time I did start curing Rydia, though. Yeah, but using the rods for my mages really helps, just prevents them from having to spread their MP too thin. So I really like using that option when playing this version of Final Fantasy IV. Like I said, I'm not sure if using the items in battle works the same in other versions, but I do know like the other versions have other options, so whichever version you are playing, you're probably going to have some way of using characters without burning through their MP really quickly. The controls I don't know, seem a bit laggy today. I don't think it's actually showing up on the recording, but I don't know. It seems I need to make sure I press the buttons firmly because it just for some reason it kind of seems like the controls are kind of taking a bit of time to respond today. Another one of you. We know how to deal with you, don't we? Yeah. Of course, now the experience that I'm getting is kind of like peanuts now because my... Oh, really? Come on. That was like 3 steps. All right. Yeah, so the experience gains aren't as great because, of course, my levels are higher and, you know, every time you level up, you need more experience to get to the next level. But I think we're at a good place now. I don't need to grind. These are kind of like the standard enemies I'll be facing for the next little while. Well, we do fight some more enemies, some different enemies as we progress through the waterway, but I think I'm at a good point now where no matter what I'm going to fight in here, I should be able to handle it. And we are still getting experience, even though it's not as much as it would have been if I were a few levels below. Ether, very nice. Smack. Critical. I do love that when Cecil gets a critical hit, he kind of like grabs his sword with both hands and does this little spin, and then just smack right down on the enemy. Just like that. There we go. Ready intel leveled up. Ooh, raise and stop. Nice. I like that she has a raise spell because that will mean that I don't have to exclusively rely on Phoenix Downs. Okay, yeah, so I haven't mapped the entire floor yet, but that's okay. You'll see in here shortly. We can rest here. The magic field cast by these circles keeps monsters at bay. Remain within and you are safe. You can use tents and cottages and even save within these circles. We'll use my tent here. We need to recover our strength before we face that beast. Asleep already. She must have been exhausted. That child, where is she from? She's a summoner from the village of Mist. Indeed, then my eyes were not mistaken. She has great potential. With practice and training, she should be able to master many spells. Such a darling little face, too. She reminds me of my Anna when she was young. Your daughter? My one and only. Deceived by some wandering bard and whisked away to Damsian. All because I refused to give them my blessing. And you? What need drives you to Damsian? A friend of mine is suffering from desert fever in Kaipo. I see, and you seek a sand pearl. Then haste drives you as well. Even my magic could not avail you against the foe you face. This monster of the lake, what manner of creature is it? A vicious one with 8 massive writhing tentacles. If we are to save your friend and my Anna, we must find a way to slay it. I pray these premonitions of mine are only an old man's fretting, but if they prove true, our time is short. Alright, so there we go. So we're at our save point here. 8 writhing tentacles sounds to me like an octopus or a squid of some kind. So let's continue on. We're still on this map here, so now we just kind of pass through that room and we can continue to complete it after we kill some stuff. Not much to commentate at this point. You've seen the battle against these guys several times by now. Ice rod. Alright, this is good. So let's go to equipment here. I think I'm going to give it to Rydia. So the ice rod, as the name suggests, allows the user to cast Blizzard in battle, once again free of MP. Now I know a lot of the enemies here in the cavern are weak against thunder, not ice, but even so, now you see here, the rod command has disappeared because I changed her equipment. So that is something that you need to be cognizant of if you edit the battle menu, is that if you have equipment in the battle menu and you change the equipment, it automatically removes the equipment from the battle menu. So that's something that I'll need to readjust after this battle. So let me just go in. I keep hitting the switch character button instead. Yeah, so let me just go in and adjust that. Okay, well, her equipment is fine. I need to go to abilities. Go down to items, hit right. There, the ice rod is right at the top there, so I just select that. And now she can use that. As I said, like, I know thunder is kind of what enemies are weak against here. Go. Antidotes, nice. But Blizzard is still going to be a good basic spell that she can use as a default attack. You can tell with the rod he's good for now. Oh yeah, look at that damage. I think it's dealing more damage than the regular rod, I'm not sure. But in any case, it's working against these guys, so we'll stick with this for now. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Got a little disoriented there. I'm sure they'll die after just one casting of thunder, but just to be on the safe side. They don't give much experience, those fish. Probably because they're weak against thunder and you can just knock them out with one casting. Okay, I think... Let me take care of these guys. I should probably have Rydia capitalized on Thunder. After all, her MP is higher than Tella's. That's the one, I guess, downside about Tella is no matter how much he levels up, his MP will never go above 90. There is a reason for that, which I'm not going to talk about yet because it becomes more evident later on in the story. So, but because he's sort of handicapped in that way, his MP never goes above 90. It's kind of have to be very creative, I guess, with MP conservation for him. Well, I say creative, but you know, I've shown you he can just equip a rod and he can just attack normally for no MP. So I guess it's not such of a burden in that case. Ah, so these are new. So these guys, Gigantoads. Now they are weak against Blizzard. So the Ice Rod is going to be effective. Weakness, it's super effective. There we go. Come on. Okay, nice bit of gill there. And a bomb fragment. Ooh. He's getting beat up. Oh, we're probably going to kill him before we even get to heal. I do like how what they've done with like the casting time in the game is, you know, the level 1, the tier 1 spells like Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, those take effect very quickly, but once you get into the higher stuff like Cura, Curaga, Fire, that sort of thing, they take longer for the spells to take effect after you start casting them. They have a longer casting time. You saw that with Osmos too when Telwa was using it. I kind of like how they've done that. It kind of balances out the power of the spells a bit, because in other Final Fantasies, you know, once you get Fyra, Blizzara, and Thundara, the level 1 spells basically become completely redundant. It's just like, well, why would I ever use these weak spells when I have the powerful spells? But in this version, let's see what we get here. Tense. But in this version, because there's that balancing of time and you have to wait a certain amount of time, it adds a bit more to the strategy. I like that. I like that concept. I'm trying to think if they've done that in other Final Fantasies, maybe, but I don't... It's quite possible, but I don't recall if they have or not. What is here? Underground Waterway North, Basement 2, B2. Okay, yeah, there's a secret passage here. At this point, like when Cecil's kind of running in darkness there, you kind of have to keep an eye on the map on the right-hand side. It's the only way you can be sure that you're actually still moving. Because when he's completely surrounded by darkness, you can't really tell Like, you know, is he moving? Is he not? He's just kind of running in place. What is he doing? So there is a secret passage here, which eventually, if I keep going, I will get to the other side of. Oh, he's been turned into a toad. And so as a toad, I think he can only cast... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I did not mean to swap rows. That was a mistake on my part. Let's swap rows again and have her use the ice rod. He's poisoned, but I think we'll be good. Battle's pretty much over. Toad does a little dance there. That's funny. Alright, let's open up the menu here. Cecil is still poisoned. And you are still toad. Actually, before I use a Maiden's Kiss, because I only have 2 of them, does Rydia know Toad? Yeah. Because if you use the Toad spell on someone who's already a Toad, they return back to normal. Gotta change direction here. There is a Toad-ogre. Toad-ogre? Something like that. But I am very confident it is weak to ice, just like its friends. Yep. No, not this time. Alright, another level up. No new spells, but that's okay. And this path leads to a chest with a feathered cap. I will probably give that to Rydia. Unfortunately, my only option now is to take the secret path back, because it's the only way to get over to the back to the other side. Freeze. A lot of toads here. So what I think I'm going to do is just make a quick change in the menu. I'm going to give the ice rod to Tella instead, because his MP is lower and we're finding a lot more toads around here, so it might be a better option for him. And once again, I forgot to change that in the menu. No, she's a toad. Attack normally. And she can use the toad spell on herself to return to normal. Yeah, so if you don't have a lot of Maiden's kisses, that is another option that you can use to remove the toad status. In toad status, the only thing that your characters can do is, I think, attack, use items, or cast the toad spell if they can cast black magic at all. So I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit here just to fill out the map. 3 Phoenix Downs, not bad. I forgot to reset my items in the battle menu, but for this battle it doesn't really matter because they are weak to thunder in any case. There we go. Alright, let's just take a minute to readjust this. Rod, Antella, Ice Rod. Ether, go up here, knock this out. I know he has the Ice Rod, but by casting Blizzard, he can take out both at once. I do like how the toad does a little, like, kind of dance. Turn around in a circle. Almost exclusively toads now. Ah! Alright, both my mages are toads. Appreciate that. Oh, that's weird. If he's transformed, he loses his turn again? That's kind of mean. Mage's MP is starting to run kind of low. I mean, they still have their equipment spells that they can use, so, you know, it's not a total tragedy if they run out of MP, but better if they don't reach that point. There Ooh, zombies. This is new. Zombies, however, in this game anyway, are weak against fire, so easy to deal with. Shadow Blade. Yes, sir. I will happily take that. We've had Cecil for about, what are we in here now? I don't see a game clock here. Exactly sure. Anyway. We had Cecil on our party at the start of the game. It's been some time. I think he was due for a weapon upgrade. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little more MP conscious here. I mean, if I, come up against like a group of 5 zombies or something like that, I'll use fire. There's just kind of no other way around it, but try to save MP. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can osmose one of these. I'll try the amoeba because it has re-raise, so that's why I think it may have some MP for Toa. Nope. Ah, that's a pain. She needs cure. Osmos kind of fills up at the same rate our character's ATB bars fill up. No, 0 there. The Tiny Mages definitely had MP for Toa, but it doesn't look like these enemies do. I guess, if I really needed to, I could have Toa use Osmos on Cecil, because Cecil really doesn't use his MP. He's got like, what do we got here? Yeah, he's got like 44 MP at the moment. Doesn't really use it for anything. Ether. And yeah, I know I've got ethers, but I kind of prefer to save them for later if I can. Probably won't. They're probably gonna die from this blizzard, so. That's fine. From here we must travel outside for a time. The monster dwells at the base of the waterfall beyond. It may be wise to pitch another tent outside and rest before we face him. So let's go and do that. Oh, come on. I was just about to get a tent and stop when these guys so rudely interrupted me. But these are still the same guys from the desert. They were pretty weak, even, you know, when Cecil was like level 10, so shouldn't cause me any problems. Alright, let's get a tint on here. And again, we're coming up about 35-36 minutes, so this is probably where I'm going to end the session off here and come back a bit later. So in our next episode, we will see what this vicious creature of the waterway is all about, and I hope to see you guys then. Take it easy.